We back. Been a couple days, but some music has dropped, and I wanted to talk about it. Pooh Shiesty dropped an album, so we're gonna talk about it. Pooh Shiesty, the Memphis, Tennessee rapper, has made a notorious splash in his music. They're talking about a lot of things, serious crimes and things like that. Understanding him as a real general, right? His album All Eyes on Shice just came out, and I listened to it. He shouldn't even call it that. I just call it Confessions of a Gangster, because that's just kind of what I felt that this album was. Listening to it, and technically 17 songs, but it was really 16. Okay, 16 songs, about damn near an hour, 59 minutes of just raps, and I feel like he went about 11, 12 out of 16. Obviously I like to revisit albums. Maybe I'll revisit it, right? And he had a lot of, like, Pooh Shiesty. It's not the beats that drives me to Pooh Shiesty. Sometimes it is. Some of these albums had really great beats and really had a good beat selection. But it's not really the beats, it's the lyrics, right? Obviously, him being in jail, he was in jail, I think 2022 to 2025, and obviously came out with his hit song FDO, stands for First Day Out, obviously, getting back. And a lot of lyrics in that 4 or 5 minute song that was really impactful and really told a story. That's the thing about a lot of these gangster rap artists, that they can tell a story from what they're saying. Okay, King Von was a demon, but he was a storytelling demon. Truth be told, okay, he wasn't lying about the shit he was talking about, but he was a damn good storyteller. With all due respect, rest in peace, right? And you're saying that. I'm saying this in totality to be completely honest with you. Pooh Shiesty is another good storyteller. He's someone that's not just saying lyrics, right? He's someone that is reenacting these lyrics. There was multiple lyrics in this entire album that made me realize, yeah, he's not joking about stuff he's talking about. Because sometimes a lot of these gangster rappers aren't really gangster. They're just saying things to go along with the crowd. But Pooh Shiesty has a specific line in one of those songs where he's basically saying, hey, y'all are trying to live the way y'all rap. Y'all trying to rap the way y'all are supposedly living, but I'm living this lifestyle. I'm from the streets. This is what I know. This is all I fucking know. And I get it, right? He was locked up with a lot of charges. Obviously, recently, a couple of months ago, went, I wouldn't say viral, but obviously kind of went back to jail for alleged kidnapping and things like that, and violating his house arrest laws and things like that after kidnapping rapper and label executive Gucci Mane, because Pooh Shiesty was and still is signed to Gucci Mane's label 1017. And obviously 1017 had a lot of artists, Memphis especially, artists that represented like Big Star, rest in peace, and Chancing, also rest in peace. I thought the label was next up, right? Big Scar was the guy that was definitely next up if it wasn't for, eventual death, right? But at the end of the day, Pooh Shiesty kind of kidnapped Gucci Mane, things like that. Had Big 30 right behind him, another Memphis artist who's also, I think, 1017. Basically telling Gucci Mane, hey, if you don't release it from my contract, we're gonna kill you. That's kind of what he was talking about. And a lot of the songs, right? My favorite song was probably I'm Back, CMO Freestyle, which that shit was hard. And also Last Man Breathing was also a good song as well. Those are my top 3. Right, there wasn't really any songs besides probably Trip that I was like, I don't know if I really fuck with this overly. Every other song was pretty fucking good though. Some, like I said, aren't completely bangers, but I might come back to them and think otherwise. But at the end of the day, he's saying things that are real life truth. Pooh Shiesty he's a gangster. Okay, he did this shit while in jail anyway. Okay, the album isn't bad, right? The lyrics of him being a real crucial storyteller is what makes me really come to him as an artist. I don't listen to him like that. This is my first time. Well, second time really giving him a full listen, because it's been 5 years basically since he's released a project, and that was his mixtape, his breakthrough mixtape, Shiesty Season, which was a good mixtape, of course. But this album showed me a couple of things. Like I said, a lot of these rappers that claim they are gangster or from the streets or live this dangerous life where they have to continuously be on cameras and be this protection, they aren't really doing that. Pooh Shiesty, one of these songs, literally demonstrating a hit. He's literally demonstrating how somebody gets knocked off, how somebody gets killed. He's demonstrating things like this, and it makes me understand a lot that some of these dudes actually live this lifestyle. And obviously he's from Memphis, Tennessee, so I get it. Not to say the location of where his birthplace has anything to do with that, but me being a Tennessean myself, Memphis is that, okay? So I get what the dude's talking about, right? I understand that. I understand a lot about him. I understand that. And just the album, I'd give a 7.5. Lowest 7, highest 7.5. It could grow on me a little more, but at the end of the day, I think it wasn't a bad album, right? Like I said, Pooh Shiesty is a storyteller. A lot of these rap artists in that category of southern rap are really telling these stories and telling these truths about murders that happens. So I think Pooh Shiesty is not a bad artist by any means, and he's telling his testimonies of being a real street nigga and kind of just saying things that are true and what he knows. Because he just got out of jail in December, and then later on, the whole Gucci Mane stuff comes out and he's back in jail again. Obviously, I think he's not really the smartest criminal ever, but I think he's definitely just somebody that needs to be taken seriously. But yeah, I mean, shit. It's just hard to think about it. It's definitely just it's a lot, right? That's it for me. I don't have a lot else to say. Very interesting tale, very interesting album, right? And I didn't know we were gonna get an album from him anyway, but yeah, it wasn't bad. So yeah, that's it for me. Consistently trying to push out videos while being very busy, but yeah, I will see more for sure. But yeah, I had to put that out there because it wasn't a bad album by any means. But yeah, God bless. Y'all know how it is.